So today, I'm getting Dan to run me a power cable from those switches over to the back of the stable, because I'm only 5'2" and I can't reach those plugs, and I need to plug in my kit. So I've got my thermal imaging camera, my massage pad, and other bits and bobs like clippers and stuff when I use them. So up he goes into what was the hayloft. Hopefully it's long enough. It might not be though. Dan's been up in the hayloft. But we're plugged in.
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, cute ball. Are you blind? Come here. What have you done? Alright, I've got you. Hello? Where's your fly mask? So I'm just making like a safe non-barbed wire area for the salt lick. I had some insulation pipe hanging around, so I thought I'd just cover that over the barbed wire where the salt lick hangs, tie it on with some string. Hey presto! Ta-da! Barbed wire free salt lick. So horses aren't great at regulating their own salt levels, so I don't really use this to kind of give them their recommended salt intake, especially because when they're endurance horses and they're training quite hard, they'll get really sweaty. So I actually feed electrolyte in either their feed or their water, depending on who it is, because Tizzy, she'll drink like a whole bucket of electrolyte after being trained, whereas Azid prefers clear water, so his electrolyte goes in its feed. But they seem to really enjoy licking this and have a good time. The NAF UK Himalayan salt licks are really good. So yeah, hopefully they won't catch their fly masts and rugs on it now. Excuse me. I might be hungry. So Qantas is really bad with the farrier. When I say really bad, he normally needs a little bit of sedation, and even then he can be quite kicky and spinny, and it's really important that he stays still, because if the farrier is halfway through and there's some nails like sticking up and he stands on it, that could be like a huge problem, an infection, and possibly kind of worst case scenario, the end of him. So we've been practicing. And last time was the first time he had the farrier without any sedation, and I would say he was a 7 out of 10. So we have been practicing being a good boy. He's up, good lad. So even if I don't need to pick his feet out, I'll keep it here for a bit and tap away and get him used to having to keep the foot there. Good boy. And his back feet are probably the worst. He's quite kicky with them. Up, good boy. Pick it out first. So I use a farrier's hoof pick in the summer because the ground's really hard, and a normal hoof pick's really hard to get it out. Good boy. Good boy. And he even starts to relax now when I start tapping, so he's getting much better. Up. going to use this core trainer, and we're really lucky we've got a massive hill just outside the yard. Where are you going? So Dermatex make a version of this, and this is kind of where I got the inspiration from. But when money is tight and you're a physio, so you already have a lot of the TheraBand and stuff anyway, I made my own. Basically, it's just elastic band to activate the core from underneath and also the glutes from behind. With the added benefit of we're about to walk up and down a super steep hill a few times. Hopefully it'll start to muscle him up. Hey, good boy. I got the yellow clips because then I remember the yellow belly. And because I'm anal about turning, I always turn a different way often. Core training session done. My butt is a bit on fire as well. For those people thinking, why am I leading from this side? So it's traditional to lead your horse from its left side because that's where all the buckles and stuff are done up. But endurance horses need to learn to be led from both sides because this is the side the crew will take your horse into a vet gate. So, Bill's training into everyday life. He's pretty good at it, to be fair. Yeah. Well, we're in lockdown week 5, so making the most of our daily outing. Qantas did some core training up the hill. I did some training up the hill. My bum was on fire as well. We've poo picked. We've put an electrical cable in the stable so I can charge stuff. And put Azid's fly rug on because he has sweet itch. That's about as exciting as it gets.